Hi everyone, Naomi from the Faithful Remnant. When you're seeking to please the Most High True God, you are desiring from your interior soul to please Him in all ways, not just one. So with that being said, one of those ways is what you take into your body, whether it be auditory or visual. You have to discern everything that you come across because there's so much manipulation going on through society, especially on the internet. You have books, they're fact-checked and they're peer-reviewed, and before publication, they're verified as the truth. Nowadays, you got any Sideshow Bob putting their stuff out on the internet, and anybody's willing to believe it. It all comes out as the truth, but it has really no credibility sometimes, and yet it's readily accepted as opinion or fact. And, throw in the mixture on top of that of informants who are deliberately placed to guide or mislead people, or to fill them with fascinating and alluring fabricated propaganda. The testimony of the two witnesses exposes the lies being systematically infiltrated throughout the world. They not only inform everyone of where they stand spiritually, and they are here also to help us, the stray sheep, but they also tell about the realities of what's going on in the world today. The two witnesses, they're the same ones spoken of in Revelations, and everything they have documented in the testimony of the two witnesses comes directly from their contact with Jesus. The issue I'm going to talk about can be found on the media propaganda page or the false prophets page. And again, that's at www.testimonyofthetwowitnesses.com. If you want to check it out, the truth is that most people who follow the conspiracy theorists are being misled by the CIA operatives, and they don't even realize it. The testimony explains that fabricated and deliberate media propaganda extends to the alternative news and internet bloggers as well. The governments are using paid disinformation agents to blog disinformation and to post videos on controversial topics. They often post videos that are filled with confusing facts and contradictions. But how can you easily recognize these disinformation agents? Well, there's an old saying that goes like this: if the devil, he'll tell you 1,000 truths in order to get you to believe one lie. But you have to discern the information in the spirit of truth, and it's something that takes practice. It's not something that's just able to happen. You have to look for things to recognize, like with the disinformation branch of the One World Government. They want the average person to believe that the truth is only subjective or a matter of opinion. They rarely present the truth in a way that is objective or factual. If they do, it's poisoned with confusing statements, offensive language, hints at religious extremism or mental disorders. When people do post factual information that is deemed to be a threat to the One World Government agenda, the disinformation agents retaliate by blogging statements that are offensive, repulsive, or extremist in an attempt to get the viewer of the information to associate it with extremist and antisocial behavior. Another tactic used to manipulate the audience is to label things the exact opposite of what they really are. For example, what's a peacekeeper missile? It can only bring death and destruction. Here's another one. How can Obama be the winner of a Nobel Peace Prize when at the same time he was president, the United States was launching regular drone missile attacks on innocent people in multiple foreign nations? Here's another one. How can Michelle Obama be the former First Lady of the United States when in fact she is a transsexual named Michael? You see, the propaganda machine, they've turned everything upside down. The biggest lie, bigger than all those, comes from the religious branch, which is being run by Anti-Pope Francis. He's telling people that they are good, holy, and saved, when in reality almost everyone on the face of the earth has received the mark of the beast. To put it simply, many of these people and extremist sites are propped up by the global elite, and they're being controlled. Even the movie industries transpose the truth into fiction to confuse the viewers and to mislead them. You know, think about the movie Outbreak from 1995. It coincides with the spreading of the Ebola virus in Africa. You know, it also revealed that the global governments are well equipped and very ready to contain it. Take a guess at who introduced it to Africa. You know, just as a heads up to those people who are conspiracy theorists, you know, I used to be one too. But there's some things that you really need to know. There's a couple of highly publicized websites that are spiritually toxic because they are indeed CIA manipulated. A few of those are InfoWars, led by Deathfaker, Alex Jones or Bill Hicks. Hagman and Hagman, which is CIA operated. A YouTuber named Jay Knight, who also goes by 007, DAHBOO7, or 77, or 777. He's the death faker, Heath Ledger. There's Mark Dice, who does street interviews on YouTube. He's also the death faker River Phoenix. How about Chris Green, who hosts the CIA-operated alternative media television? He's really Brandon Lee. You know, most notably, I can't leave this one out. How about Rush Limbaugh? He is none other than death faker Jim Morrison from The Doors. So, I'm going to leave you with that. You know, if you want more of the truth, then go to www.testimonyofthetwowitnesses. Find it for yourself. It's right there. I suggest you use the holy water first, so go to the holy water page, so that way you can actually see the truth for what it is.